bring you an interconference rivalry here at the Staples Center. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Craig Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Whiteside is out there with James Johnson. And it's Winslow in at the 3. Lopez dishes the ball. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ball's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
And tonight, Chris, a couple talented young teams facing off.
Yeah, with games like this, you have to temper your expectations and just say, wait a minute, I'm enjoying this game for this moment, because in 2, 3, or 4 of these years, some of these kids are going to be flat-out superstars.
Can you spot them? Some kids come in with a lot of headlines. Other kids come in and a little bit under the radar. But with your trained eye, how confident are you feeling when you look at a kid knowing what his trajectory is going to be?
I'm very confident if I watch them in interaction and in physical play, whether 3-on-3, 5-on-5. You get to see how they handle situations, how they score. You can tell an opponent to foul them. You can see their reaction. So I definitely believe you can tell a kid's trajectory when you're watching them play, as opposed to just a workout or watching them do some drills and things like that. When you watch them in the physical play and getting it going on, you can kind of tell what the kid's going to be like.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Caldwell Pope passes the ball. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Lopez, no luck. The Heat have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Johnson against Nance. Whiteside inside. Lopez with the steal. Down low. Here's Caldwell Pope to the wing right side. Takes the 3. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Ball. Lopez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Waiters outside. Here's Whiteside. Good D by Lopez.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Dragic dishes to Winslow. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Dragic with a wide open look. The 3-pointer is right on target.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open? And last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic, who was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
And Greg, with Dragic and his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Ball kicks to Ingram, fires from deep. Mickey grabs the board. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Olynyk. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Wow, you can't leave him open. Olynyk will knock it down every time.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game level intensity.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
One of the things Clarkson does best is converting off the dribble drive.
The Heat with the lead. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Olynyk can't hit.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Mickey can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on the open jump.
Olynyk inside. Bogut on him. Olynyk can't hit. The Lakers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy pass.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Johnson with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Mickey, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
Hart the pass to Kuzma. Connects from three-point range. Kuzma's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clarkson against Johnson. There's the pick. Down low. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Randall. That one goes. Count it. Randall's got his first points of the game.
The big body of Randall using those broad shoulders to protect the ball in traffic.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Los Angeles on top, up 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the...
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play all...
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Well, and not only in terms of building the lead, but now the defense has to extend itself. That leads to other opportunities.
On the court for Miami here in the second, we've got Tyler Johnson. Mickey out there with White. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Magruder in at the shooting guard position. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
They grabbed their own miss. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. He tries for 3. Kuzma can't get it to go.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Here's Clarkson. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Here's Bogut, and finished off by Bogut.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit, too. Makes the right read, go straight to the rim.
In the corner, it's Whiteside. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 5 assists in the game.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Now, here's Clarkson. Randall kicks to Clarkson. Back to Randall. It's good from about 19 feet. Randall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Defensively, if you force Randall into a jump shot, the mid-range area is where he likes to take it. Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Outside Dragic. The feed to Winslow. Outside Dragic. And it's Winslow that time on the assist from Dragic. And the Heat lead by 1. And Chris, you had to deal with different injuries during your playing career. Some guys get bit by the injury bug and some others avoid it their whole career. Do you think that staying healthy, Chris, is a skill, or is it just luck of the draw?
Man, that's a great question, Kevin. I really can't answer that. When you look at a guy like Jordan and seeing him only hurt his ankle one time. Or,
right.
You know, I do think when you take care of your body and you prepare, that you can definitely stave off injuries. But at the same time, I think it's the luck of the draw. If you were a guy like myself and you're rebounding in the paint and there are a lot of feet under you, you're going to come down on someone's ankle and twist your ankle. And we've seen a lot of non-physical injuries, a lot of injuries that just seem to happen out of nowhere. When you look at George's injury with the Olympics that time, or you look at a guy like Steph Curry with his ankle injury that he had back in the day. So I really can't answer that. That's a great question. It's like what comes first, the chicken or the egg? But I would just say this: no matter how hard you work, it takes a little bit of luck to be successful. I think we all would say that. So I would lean on more so the side of luck than necessarily being prepared and not having an injury.
Good answer. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. Ball, no good. The Heat have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Well, it seemed like destiny. The Lonzo Ball would end up with the Lakers. He found his way to the team he grew up watching.
You know, and rarely do you see a team and player be such a perfect fit. But that's the case here. And the pressure will be on Lonzo to succeed in L.A., put a lot of faith in getting to the Lakers. And remember, he turned down workouts from every other team because he wanted to wear that Laker uniform. And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Olynyk. Got a hand on it.
A 7'3" wingspan. Ingram's reach makes him a defensive factor.
Ball with the bucket.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
And that one is good. Olynyk's got the game tied up here for Miami.
Well, it makes him a lot more effective when his mid-range shot is dropped.
Ball dishes to Ingram. Ball kicks to Lopez. Shoots over Olynyk. It's deflected. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Now the Lakers on the break. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Olynyk.
Ingram, he's still getting his weight up. They're looking pretty strong that time.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And the free throw, no good. Johnson outside, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Olenek up top. Over Lopez. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Lakers lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and it helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. Miami trailing. Lakers setting a record last season for the most losses by 35 points or more in NBA history.
Yeah, fair to say that's not the kind of history you want to set. But Coach Luke Walton is accustomed to being on the winning side of those kind of beatdowns in Golden State. The team made a lot of moves in the offseason to try and avoid that again this year.
The lengthy pair of KCP and Ingram on the wings. The big men are Nance and Lopez. And it's Ball in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Dragic left side. Johnson, the pass to Winslow. Feeds to Dragic. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Waiters dishes to Winslow. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's Ingram, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Miami with the foul. And Brandon Ingram doesn't show a lot of emotion on the court. He keeps a pretty even keel.
Yeah, sleepy-eyed, soft-spoken. His face is hard to read. If you ask his coaches, though, he's a sponge, always paying attention and absorbing his surroundings.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, Brandon Ingram with the 7'3" wingspan. I mean, guard skills with the reach of a center, that gives him a lot of positional versatility.
Now here's Winslow. He started closely. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And you talk about the versatility of Ingram. What position, Chris, do you think he's best fit for?
Well, you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, who started as shooting guard and is now a combo forward. I mean, that might be a mold for Ingram.
Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget, his second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense. Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
and defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, I just watch KCP out there, and whether it's on the ball or off the ball, he's so active with his feet and his hands. He's so hard to shake. He can hound a perimeter threat all game long.
Olynyk, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance. One more here.
And how about Olynyk, the presence of mind to finish the play even after the foul?
The Heat have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. And with KCP, he'll often draw the premier perimeter threat as his defensive assignment, which he welcomes. More often than not, Chris, he'll find a way to slow him down.
This is ability on both ends on the floor. KCP, his skill set, that's what coaches love about him. He can lock you up on D, but he can also be a challenge for a defender on the other end.
Johnson kicks to Mickey. Offline with his three. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Ball. Again, Los Angeles.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
Right wing.
Jump on. Cool. You two players.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Whiteside kicks to Dragic. Waiters outside. Now the pass to Winslow. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Whiteside, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Lakers leading by 6. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
Ball kicks to Lopez. Pass the ball. Back to Lopez. Lakers passing it around. A three-pointer off the mark. The Heat trail by 6. Waiters passes to Dragic. Johnson the screen. Right side against Lopez. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Randall. Inside. Here's Kuzma. And the Lakers with another miss.
He should not be attempting three-point shot. I'm not sure why he tried that there, but that's not his game.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big 3 era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Hart the pass to Bogut. Dishes to Randall. And then Randall slams it in.
Love how alert Bogut is. Fantastic at finding an open man and slinging the rock his way.
55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clarkson against Johnson. Stolen by Clarkson.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Yeah, this could come down to the correct play call. Let's see what they do right here.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Olynyk. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And he makes the first. That one is no good. The Heat trail by 9. Johnson left side. Pass to Mickey. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Mickey's got 5 points so far. Here's Kuzma. Off target with that shot. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? The Lakers on top, up by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
All right. Put together.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Lakers leading by 7. On the floor for Miami, starting the 4th. Mickey out there with White. Then it's Olynyk. Then it's Johnson. And it's Magruder in at the 2 guard.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
And White kicks to Mickey. Offline with his 3. And here's Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. To the wing on the left. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Miami on defense. They trail by 7. Lopez inside. Olynyk is covering. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Heat trail by 7. Dragic left side. Poked away. Now here's Ball. He's guarded by Dragic. Ball kicks to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And Ball sets up his teammates. And when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
The Heat shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Ball, no good. Ball's gone 4 of 10 here. Has 6 misses. Ingram comes with the double team. And Waiters kicks to Winslow. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Ball, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Yeah, Ball just really good at running in transition. Smart at knowing where to sprint to in the open floor.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
I mean, I love the determination with Ball. Always attacking. Does a great job of putting the defense on its heels.
Pass to Mickey. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
Back to Ingram. Lays it up off the glass.
You can't find much better shot than that one.
The Heat trail by 11. Johnson kicks to Mickey. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. With his first shot attempt, White, good.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, that's because both offenses are relentless. Each side trying to close this thing up.
And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ball. And the 3 off target. And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 7. 1:32 left in the 4th quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Lonzo Ball.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. The Heat trail by 7. There's Dragic with the 3. Drops in the tray.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
It is showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
Ball with the bucket.
And we're seeing Ball just take over. An efficient, effective scorer who feels comfortable shooting from anywhere.
Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Ball. The rebound by Johnson.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Ball's running. Bangs home the trifecta.
I really like the activity level from Ball. Excels at reading his man and jumping all over him, and great at coming up with those steals.
And he's able to get it back. And it's slammed in by Whiteside. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And a big play there to mute the crowd.
And guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Buries it!
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Oh, man, and this is late in the game. It's tough for a team to come back. Everything has to fall into place.
.15 seconds left in the 4th. Yes!
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, how does this team continue to show so much poise at the offensive end of the floor?
Just trying to get going.
All right, David, thank you. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying...